So I've gotten multiple requests now for a vegan, gluten-free, oil-free crepe recipe, and to be totally honest, I don't have a lot of expertise in crepe baking. I don't think I've ever made them before in my life, to be honest, but I did some research and this is what I came up with, still utilizing fruit and making them completely oil-free. So basically, instead of using a non-dairy milk like you normally would, we're using banana milk, but because you're going to blend it all anyways, you can just throw everything in the blender. So that's going to be 1 cup of water and 1 banana. And now onto the flours, it's going to be 1/2 cup of oat flour and 1/2 cup of brown rice flour. I found this combination to work really well and give a really good texture. Now this next part is not exactly conventional, I don't think. I didn't see it in a lot of recipes, but I added 1 teaspoon of baking powder. My thinking here is that normal crepes have eggs in them which do some leavening, and then my experimentation told me that without the baking powder you were more likely to end up with that kind of gummy inside texture that pancakes get sometimes. It's not very good. And then I added an optional 1 tablespoon of coconut sugar and a pinch of salt. And then just blend that up, and then here's your batter. And this is about how thick it should be. So pretty pourable, but not so thin that it won't cook. Now you want to make sure your pan is hot before you add the batter in, and then right after you pour the batter in, you want to take it off the heat and twist it and kind of tilt it to spread it out pretty darn thin. I got 5 crepes out of this, so it's about 1/4 cup of batter per crepe. Another thing that I did a lot of experimentation with was the temperature that you cooked them on. And I found on my stove that about a 6 out of 10 was the best temperature, and then they took about between 2 and 3 minutes per side. The first side took a little bit longer than the second side. You kind of just want to keep testing them, and when you can get the spatula around all the edges and underneath without having to force it, then that is when you should flip. Be pretty gentle with them. If it won't go, or if it feels like you really have to like shove it under there, then just leave them a little bit longer. You might end up with one that's a little bit overcooked the first time, but then you'll find the right temperature for your stove. And then you're just going to repeat till you use up all your batter. Like I said, I got about 5 out of this. And there they are, all cooked. You can see they're really nice and thin. The edges are a little bit crispy, and they browned really, really nicely. They roll, they're flexible, they don't tear or anything like that. Now you can of course just eat them as they are. They're really delicious, just like a thin pancake. Or you can fill them with things like fruit and whipped cream or yogurt or Nutella or whatever you want. And I'm going to show you what I filled them with in a minute. So this is what I came up with to fill them with, just kind of based on what was in my fridge. So I sliced up 1 banana, and then I happen to have some date chocolate sauce on hand, so I put a few spoonfuls of that on top, which is just dates and water and cacao powder blended together. And then I just sprinkled a little bit of powdered peanut butter on top, which kind of dissolved into the date paste, and it got really delicious. And then I wrapped it up like a little burrito, banana crepe burrito. And then in the pictures you'll see I added some cherry jam on top, which was really good. So that is my take on crepes, at least sweet crepes anyways, and I hope they're at least somewhat crepe-like, and I hope you love them. The full recipe is at feastingafter.com. I also linked to some of the other vegan crepe recipes that I was inspired by when I was coming up with this and that I looked at for guidance, so those are lots of other great options over there. If my crepe banana burrito looks yummy to you, then give this video a thumbs up, and if you try it, let me know. You can subscribe here for more high-carb vegan recipes from me, and thank you for watching. Bye!